On the agenda tonight, we're going back to this year's Grammys to take a look at Tracy Chapman performing Fast Car with Luke Combs. Hello, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus and welcome to another analysis video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. So, the video link that I was sent was this one. I don't think that it's an official Grammys video, at least not on an official channel, but it does have most of the performance on it, so we can take a look at it. Of course, I have isolated the vocals, run them through the pitch monitoring software, so we will jump into it. Of course, I have featured Tracy in the past, probably 5 years ago, something like that, maybe even longer than that, and Tracy did get in touch with me to say thank you for doing a video on her. So that really is the mark of Tracy and just what she's like, just a genuinely nice, normal person. So let's jump into this and see how Tracy and Luke get on.
I got a job that pays all our bills. Stay out drinking late at the bar. Some more your friends than you do your kids. I'd always hope for better, but maybe together you and me find it. I got no plans, I ain't going nowhere. Take your best car and keep on driving. I remember when we were driving in your car. Streets so fast, I felt like I was gone. City lights way out before. Long nights drive around my shore, and I had a feeling that I belonged. I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone.
You got a fast car.
It's fast enough so you can fly away.
We gotta make a decision.
Leave tonight or live and die this way.
And there we have it. So, yeah, I'm not sure how much of the performance we actually caught there. It might have been a shorter one. But the thing about this song, and I don't know whether I mentioned in the first video, but when I was at university, I had a housemate, roommate, whatever you want to call them, probably housemate because he didn't stay in my room. But he pretty much had Fast Car on repeat all day, every day. And there were a few songs that he listened to, but this was just, yeah, constantly going. But thankfully, you know, it was this song. And because, you know, I was playing guitar at the time, I could appreciate it on that level. But also, just the simplicity of it, the melody. But melody and simplicity are key to all of the huge hits across all time. There's something that's memorable and melodic and hooky and things that stay in your head, and especially the guitar here is one of those things that, I mean, when I say that it's simple, actually if you've just started playing guitar and you just can play a few chords, you might have to work at this a bit because there is quite a lot going on when you look at it in detail. I might get the guitar out in a second, but having a listen to Tracy's voice, because of course on that first analysis we didn't have the technology in order to analyse it in this kind of detail, but what you notice about her voice is that it's just natural. This isn't a voice that Tracy has been, you know, training for years and years in order to, you know, have wide vibrato and all these kinds of things, because if she did, or if she have trained that way, you wouldn't get the connection to the vocal and you'd lose an aspect of the storytelling because of vocal technique. So you will notice that Tracy's really accurate pitch-wise, but she has this really natural vibrato that works its way into so many of her phrases, and it's quite a fast vibrato, but it's just this little wobble that's in there that makes it just so distinctive. Let's have a listen.
A job that pays all our bills. Stay out drinking late at the bar. Support your friends and you do your kids. I'd always hope for better.
Even there, I mean, with these phrases, na 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 na. There's that tiny little wobble in there, and you can tell that it's natural because it starts to actually work its way into phrases where Tracy's actually saying a lot of words, but the vibrato's within the words. I'll just listen to it in slow motion to see if we can spot it.
Do your kids.
Do with your kids. It's that tiny wobble. It's really subtle. You can see it in the pitch monitoring software. But again, this is just her voice, her personality.
I'd always hope for better. But maybe together you and me find it. I got no plans. I ain't.
And maybe there we'll be able to hear that fine, fine little wobble. Listen.
Find it.
Find it, find it. So, yeah. We can see it on screen, thankfully, so you don't have to go by my attempt to demonstrate it. But again, this, and it's not, you know, an overly wide vibrato. You can see here, there's a little bit more shallow, but you will see these wobbles all the time.
Got no plans, I ain't going nowhere. Take your best car
and that kind of thing. I'm going nowhere. Kind of letting her voice have that conversational quality to it, where she's not going nowhere, and kind of holding on notes at the end of a phrase that would make it sound a little bit more contrived. It wouldn't be like somebody telling you a story. It would be more like somebody trying to focus on hitting notes and holding notes. And you know, just talking about hitting notes accurately, we can see on screen that Tracy is really accurate while maintaining that storytelling quality, and all of the top artists have that ability to tell a great story and connect you with that story, but at the same time it doesn't sound like they're overly singing. It just sounds like, you know, they're telling a story in tune. When we kind of say about the pitch accuracy, of course, even though, you know, I say, of course, this isn't pitch corrected, but I know that a lot of people now don't really know what is and what isn't anymore. So, yeah, you can take it from me. This isn't pitch corrected, but we would see it anyway on the pitch monitoring software, all of the straight lines that happen. But again, Tracy has this ability now and again to hit these lines just spot on, but it is a natural vocal, so we will drift with the expression in her voice. But let's just listen on.
Take your best car and keep on driving. So I remember when we were driving in your car. Streets so fast I felt like I was dumb. City lights lay out before. Unpleasant nights wrapped around my shoulder, and I had a feeling that I belonged. I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone.
You got a fast car.
Fast enough so you can fly away.
We gotta make a decision.
Leave tonight or live and die this way.
Yeah, and there we have it again. So as you can probably notice when we're listening to the vocals, I have taken down the instrumentation a little bit.
Your kids, I'd always hope for better.
So this isn't the original mix. We're just kind of appreciating the voice on a slightly deeper level. Of course, when Luke comes in as well, because his voice is going to be, a lot lower, it means that we might miss that at the bottom of the pitch monitoring software. So let's have a quick listen.
You got a fast car.
Fast enough.
But again, and we've got a similar kind of thing here. If we go down to that E3 again, listen to it in slow motion.
Fast car.
Fast car, car. That kind of little wobble of vibrato, but it isn't that speed because that was slow motion. So it's a similar kind of vibrato. I'd say it's a wider vibrato than Tracy has.
You got a fast car.
Yeah, there's even a little bit of an American accent in there as well. But really subtle. The last thing you want to do with this song is, you got a fast car. You know, start doing that kind of thing, holding notes. Because, again, that's going to sound contrived. It's going to detach from the song and the story of the song. I've just grabbed the guitar. It's not plugged in. This isn't going to be an instructional video, but just to point out what I'm saying about the simplicity of this. When we've got this change from the C, it's such a melodic line. I mean, we've got, obviously, chords being played, but we've got melody within the chords. We've got effectively something that's going to be a melodic hook. And again, there's a lot of picking going on here. We've got the kind of this, and we're taking off the C, so we're going, which then leads us into the G, and then a single pick. Oh no, G, open G string, and I think there's actually a cheeky little open A string in there as we move up to, and there's another open. This G is a common theme that's running through this. So we've got this, and I think there might be not. I think that G, open G, only comes in kind of at the end there. Back into. But you know, it's one of those songs that if you are learning to play fingerstyle, it's a really nice one to get started with because of the melody of it, but the fact that you do, you know, you have to make sure that you get that kind of pull off of that kind of C chord into your G. And I know that you might not be able to hear this very clearly, but I'll move a little bit closer to the microphone. This, again, and that G, when you're listening to a performance by Tracy, listen out just for that first finger picking the G, because you'll notice it in there. It just fills in, you know, there, you know, so it rings out between the chords. So there's a lot in this that's been put together. The other thing is that Tracy's playing this dynamically, so it's not all at the same level. We've got this, you know, kind of sometimes really soft on that G, and then sometimes that G will just kind of jump out, but it's just making it interesting melodically, but interesting dynamically, the way that it changes. And yeah, you've got to look out for that. And I naturally there put in an open A string. I don't know whether that was in there or not, but I mean, it might be kind of really softly just to kind of keep things going. But yeah, that open G string is the one that is going to fill in a lot of that space. But again, just the guitar. And remember, Tracy's singing at the same time as playing this. So yeah, she's definitely got that technical ability on the guitar to not even have to worry about it. It's all subconscious. And, you know, get the dynamics in her playing at the same time as well as her voice. And that's what great artists can do, but great musicians as well, being able to play an instrument at a level where it can complement your voice. So when you're leaning into it a bit more vocally, you can start to lean into your playing a bit more. So it's very much the same voice coming from the guitar as coming from the artists themselves. But yeah, an interesting one to take a look at tonight, and thank you guys for requesting this particular video and performance for me to check out. As always, keep those coming in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think, and if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. Rock!